Did you know there's a new Commodore 64 on the market? It's the Commodore 64 Ultimate right here. You know I love Commodore 64. I have 2 rooms in the basement full of Commodore 64s. I have probably a dozen Commodore 64s, but I don't have this one. This what's cool about this. It's all modern parts, HDMI output. So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna test it. Put in the comments below what would you like to see. I'll put a table of content there so you can jump around if you get bored with the subject. I think we'll test this with a 1541 disk drive too, so that'll be interesting. So this is how it's shipped to your house in a box, just like this, a Commodore box, shipping label. And let's open this up and see what's inside. There it is. Well, I'm opening this up. You probably already know that there's 3 versions. I got the original, the beige. There's also a translucent Starlight version. It costs I think like $50 more. There's the Founder Edition, which was cost like $150 more. And when the Commodore 64 came out in 1982, it was almost $600. It was $595. And then about a year later, it dropped down more than half to $250, and that's what I got it for in 1983. That's when I got my first Commodore 64. But I had a data set. I couldn't afford the disk drive. What's this? Why is this here? Oh, I was like, what is this? Check this out. I guess you had to pay attention. Welcome to your digital Oasis. But over here, C. Ready to put C64? Well, they use the logo here. All right, well, check this out. We're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna compare it to my originals. Compare the keys. I could open it, but I know other reviewers have opened it up too. Whoa. Oh yeah, I knew they had the original spiral bound manual, and that's just like the original Commodore 64. Also, if you go to their website, you can download a PDF of the manual too, so that's nice. Oh, nice. Good bounce to the springs. I heard some people complain about the space bar. It feels fine to me. Oh, this is clear right here. Metal joystick ports. This is a multi-function on and off button. Click up to bring up the menu, but check out the back. This is your cartridge port. Serial. This is where we're going to plug in the 1541 drive. Video out. I do have quite a few data cassettes, but I never use them. But this is all different. And over here we got HDMI, Ethernet, 2 USB ports right here. And I saw inside here. I don't know if you want to see inside or not. Let me know. There's like a MicroSD card slot inside there. That's pretty cool. It's got a little bit of weight to it also. Like I said, this has some weight to it. Look at it, it's 3.5 pounds right there. That's interesting. There could be like some, I wonder we should open this up and see if there's weight inside of here. There could be. Well, check this out. I just opened this, and my sticker's coming up. Come on, man. It must have had a rough trip here. All right, let's see what else we have. Got some setting up instructions. I don't know if anyone's going to need any of that. Oh, wait a minute. It had a stereo audio, but I didn't notice that. Well, I didn't know what that was. Here you go. With the on and off switch, if you push it up, it will bring up this awesome menu here. You have so many choices right here, including CPU speed. We're going to check that. I wonder if we should speed up some games. Should we speed up like Miss Pacman or something like that? That'd be cool. The rest of this manual is pretty cool. This probably cost a few dollars to print out this. It's that glossy paper, spiral bound. It's great. Let's see what we got in here. Check out the sticker pack. How fun is that? They're pretty nice. Oh, it's a double-sided sticker pack. Who knew? That's great. We have the official Commodore HDMI cable. Looks like it's pretty long too. Is it 2.5 meters? Nah, that's long. Let's see if this is broken like other people. Oh, look at this cassette. Let's go ahead and put some games on this. You're like, it's a cassette. Well, no, wait a minute. More than a cassette. Check that out. I'm gonna go and install some of them. Well, it says here's the file formats it says it has. So I'll see if it does CRTs or bins, and I know it does D64s. Oh, this is. Oh wait. Oh, why is this glued down? power adapter glued down, and the cassette is glued down. I can't get the cassette. What is going on here? They really want me to break this cassette case, don't they? We got it. This is so flimsy. I'm surprised it is not broken. But there you go. And then the multi-country power supply here. That's glued to the box also. Not going to deal with that. Oh, this out. Let's compare the original power supply to this power supply. Here are the 4 plugs you get. US, and then you have to comment below. What are these other countries right here? Let's go ahead and see how hard this is. Put it on. Oh, that was a super easy click. All right, we gotta go downstairs and start testing. All right, for a quick reference, here's the original Commodore 64 power supply. This weighs over 3 pounds. This is what I have a couple of these. This is what I like. They actually last a lot longer than these do. And here is the new one. Look how small, lightweight that is. Speaking of weight, let's look real quick inside that Commodore 64 Ultimate. Well, here's my very cluttered Commodore test area. And which one of these is the new one? Which one is the original? Well, since everything's plugged into that, this one is my original test unit, and here is the new one. I got 2 1541 drives over here, and a bunch of discs. I'm not sure this is going to do very good with copy protection, though. That probably won't bother most people, as most people aren't going to be like me testing disc on it, and I won't either. Let's look inside of here. Oh, we got keyboard plug to unplug the keyboard, and just like the original, we got the LED light right there. Here you go, the inside. Where's the weight at? I was looking for some weights. I'm not going to remove the circuit board, but that's what I was expecting to see here. Let's get a close-up of the inside. Oh, somebody's got to explain this to me. This is really cool right here. Let's see. It says MicroSD card. What are we going to use this for? Can somebody explain that to me? User port. I just like the original Commodore 64 keyboard. Even like that missing pin, the key pin here. Very interesting. Over here, we got two more USB ports. Well, this is loaded. I like this clear, like acrylic. I like this clear acrylic part right here. That's really neat. And you can install your own SID chips right here. Pull up, put the chip in, put it down. What's the price of a working SID chip right now? They're hard to come by. Last time I checked, they were like $40 or $50 for the original. They could be more than that now. All right, let's put this together. Let's put this back together. Oh, wait, look at all this. This is so cool. I love the, check out the inside and stuff. Oh, speaker over here. I think you could disable this in the menu. I don't know yet, but let's go find out. So this will probably happen to you. I got this turned on, and this TV says we got an invalid format here. And actually, I read this in the manual ahead of time. What we got to do, we got to power this off. All right, this is going to be on page, I guess that's 8 of the manual here. You're going to want to follow these instructions right here. We're going to hold down the Commodore and N key. Maybe that puts it into NTSC mode. Let's go ahead and try that while we turn it back on. Commodore N, and then turn it back on. Whoa. Guys, there you go. And you might have that problem also, so. Let's go in here and check this all out. This is so cool. I don't think we need scan lines. Let's see if we can figure out where to turn that off at. Hit F7, and it says run stop as your exit. I don't know if that's the save too. Let's go find out. That was it. So you're going to use your run stop key there for that. And turbo boost. You have a lot of fun with all this. Video settings. Let's see. Let's just go through some of these settings real quick for you here. Look at that. Oh, a lot of modem settings in here. As there always was, and any terminal software. Printers. One thing I never did a lot on the Commodore 64 was print. User interface. Freeze. Does this have like a freeze ability? Yeah, I have it. I think I own every freeze cartridge that there was. And I have a video on this channel about using the freeze cartridges. Build and drive A and B. Look at that. Interesting. System info. I looked up the ROM. Oh, here we go. The 3.14 is the most current ROM. It came out in November. And you can download that off their site. I already downloaded a copy, but it looks like we already have the latest version here. SD card, no media, flash drive ready. I don't know. Should we plug this in here somewhere? This is totally gonna break. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. This is what comes on the thumb drive. I think it's cool. It's got BBS software on there. So you use the arrow keys to go back and forth. I don't know if a lot of those demos will work because you probably have to be on PAL mode for those to work. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, where's the fast load at? We gotta turn on some fast load over here. So I want to go back in the system and change it to PAL. And let's see if we can load some of those demos. And probably want to disable the speaker too. Yeah, it's more than annoying. So that's probably something that you're going to want to do for sure. Alright, so a lot of demos. Most of the demos need PAL, but if I switch this to the PAL up here, I get invalid format again on this TV. So it could just be this TV. So anyway, let's go play around with something else. I put a bunch of games on here. I wanted to see if it would work with let's see if it would work with a PRG. I gotta find a joystick. And you know, in those intros, you always just hit the space bar. It's like 99% of the time that's going to take you out of that screen. Oh, this looks pretty sharp. Wow, this looks really good, eh? Alright. Oh, go too fast. I just played this recently on the Atari 2600. Alright, let's go check out some more games. Is there like a page down here? Page down is F3 and F5. Okay. Oh, that works. F5 is the page down. Look at all these cool games I put on here. Oh, I was wanting to see what all worked. I think I have some CRTs here I wanted to try. I got a Miss Pacman CRT here. Let's see if that's going to work. Oh, heck yeah. Looks great. I just hit up on the switch over there to go to the next screen. Okay, so that was a CRT. We've done a program. What else do we have? We have D64 up here. D64 here. Muncher. What game is that? Sounds like a Pacman clone, doesn't it? Let's check it out. Munchers. Alright. That took a really long time to load. That was a D64. What the heck is this? Okay, I might have picked a dumb game here. Oh, God. Hey, at least it made me laugh there, son. Get that person. Yeah, we got him. Alright. What's our choices here? Let's see if we can run Miss Pacman at 4 megahertz. I have like no control. Four megahertz did not work on Miss Pacman. I thought we'd have something cool going on here. I could plug the 1541 in here and we can see if that works. Oh God, this would take forever. A D81. Should we see if that works? All right, let's see what's on this. Automatically changes the drive type. I like that. That's pretty cool. Well, I will say it loads. I don't know what to do here, but alright. So turning off the machine is kind of a pain. That off switch is really pretty terrible. Really not liking the that switch on the side. Let's see if this cartridge boots up. It did. Okay, I had to switch ports. Why does Centipede have to be plugged in joystick too? Of course, you notice that with a lot of old Commodore games, they use port 2 instead of port 1. I gotta figure out how to maybe not make this so widescreen also. Alright, cartridge works just fine. Right there. Over here, this is my 1541 that is connected with a Zoom floppy to a PC right above it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around here. Should we plug this in and see if it works? We're going to have to use like some non-copy protected game. See if I can find something like that. Alright, I got the 1541 plugged into the serial port there. I got a copy of Super Mario Brothers here. Alright, I found the problem. I had to go into the menu, disable the 1541. What the cool? Does this work? And that works to load. Here's the 1541. Load in Super Mario Brothers. Where's Super Mario? There you go. Post in your comments if you'd like to see me test anything else on this unit. Alright, guys. Alright, post your comments below. I love to read your comments. Do I have fast load on here? How do I turn a fast load on? I don't know. But I do have a fast load. Check this out. I do have fast load plugged in right here. And it does work with the 1541. That just has zero copy protection. Maybe in a future video, we can try some protected disc. I highly doubt it works with VMAX or Rapid Locks. I don't know. How about Fat Tracks? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.